Good afternoon, pet parents of Regina. We are coming to you live on Friday for a Furry Friday, where we talk to you about all the good things for your puppies and kitties, all your pets. I'm trying out new headphones, guys, and I think you can hear me, but give me a thumbs up or let me know that you can hear me, because it's weird. I can't hear anything around me, and I'm hoping that you can hear me. So in the comments, just let me know. Give me a yes, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can actually hear me, or if it's crisp, or if you just see me talking but you hear nothing. I'm hoping you can hear me. So I wanted to just jump on here quick. Yesterday, you would have seen our dry corn challenge. Did everybody see that? Did you participate? There are gift cards to be won just for taking a look at the back of your pet's bag and with emojis telling us what the first 3 ingredients are of your pet's food. Now, you're probably saying, why did you call this a dry corn challenge? The reason that we wanted to, well, one, we wanted to get pet parents to take a look, right? Just like we do for us. We want to make sure we know what we're putting into our bowls. We want to know what's going into their bowls. And so there are some plants, obviously, that can provide a source of protein. Here's where it's different: plant protein versus animal protein. As you know, cats and dogs are carnivores. Cats are obligate carnivores, meaning they need meat to live. They need meat. Dogs are facultative carnivores or scavenging carnivores. So left to their own devices, if they were out and about doing their things, their preference will be meat. Obviously, they're going to want to hunt and, well, they're going to eat what they hunt. But if they were out scavenging around and they came across some berries, or they came across some veggies that were in the ground, or some type of vegetation, the doggies would eat it. Here's another big difference between dogs and cats. Cats are very much temperature, texture eaters. So what do I mean by that? If it's too cold, they're not eating it. Example, tiger is out, Siberian tiger is out somewhere, roaming around, finds a carcass that has been there for a while and is frozen, they're not touching it. A wolf that finds a frozen carcass, he's like, free meal, and he will eat it. So dogs and cats kind of like that, right? Also texture. When kitties get used to a certain texture, that becomes their preference. And you will know this, those with kitties. Some like pate, some like stews, some like a flaky wet food, some only like dry. We got to get moisture in them somehow. But they're temperature, texture eaters, where dogs, not so much. But the reason that we wanted to do the dry corn challenge was all about the protein. So though we can get a source of protein from plants, plants do not contain the necessary amino acids that protein does. Our dogs require 22 different amino acids, and they can manufacture 12 of those, okay? But the other 10 come from their diet in order for them to be healthy and thriving. So when we look at, well, that's going to be backwards for you guys again, so I'm just going to read it. When we look at our ingredient label, okay, and we are taking a look at what the ingredients are in this particular food: salmon, meat, chickpeas, plant protein, ocean whitefish meal, meat protein, Field peas, source of plant protein. Herring meal, source of meat protein. So no corn, no wheat. Corn and wheat are not going to give our animals the necessary amino acids. You've heard me talk about this before if you've been in the store as well. All of these different proteins, whitefish, salmon, I'm out of my pork right now, beef, turkey, lamb, all of the different proteins provide a variety of minerals, nutrients, and amino acids. And those amino acids are different between proteins. This is why we want you to rotate proteins. And by proteins, we mean animal proteins. Because of the requirement for our animals to thrive and be as healthy as they possibly can be, they require the amino acids that come from animal protein. Okay? So that's what the dry corn challenge was all about. Even though we can get some protein from plants, certain kinds of plants, we can get some protein. It doesn't contain the amino acids, the necessary amino acids to keep our animals thriving. You guys, for kitties, okay, one of the amino acids that cats cannot manufacture, where dogs can, is taurine. So you'll see taurine being added to cat food where it's not added to dog food. Because dogs can manufacture their own taurine, kitties cannot, but they need it. Taurine comes from meat. Taurine does not come from a plant source. So this is why the dry corn challenge is all about, let's make sure that at a minimum, those first 3 ingredients are quality meat proteins, or I mean in the sense of the salmon, the chickpeas, as you know, even for us, that is a source of quality protein. But we can't rely on plant protein to help our animals thrive and survive. And corn, you guys know this from when you eat corn. Consider us now best friends as I talk about how corn goes through our body. It doesn't. It does, but it doesn't get digested, right? It's corn, wheat, those are fillers in our pet food. There's Crystal. Hi, Carly. Milo is so soft. I've just started noticing, and Zeke misses you. Oh, little Zeke. Big Zeke and little Milo. Milo is soft because he's eating a freeze-dried raw diet. And that's the same thing that happened to Zaner. And the bone broth will absolutely help with that. But Milo is getting all those amino acids, and he's getting his protein from meat, animal meat. So I want you guys always, hello, Miss Jennifer. I want you guys always, when you're looking at pet food, when you're coming here, we're absolutely going to help you find the best option for your furry guys. Corn makes me sick, Samantha says. I love corn. Unfortunately, it's like one of my favorite vegetables. I say. It's got a lot of sugar. We don't process it, and neither do they. It's not really providing me a whole heck of a lot of really good nutrition, but it tastes good. But that's what our animals think too, right? So when kibble manufacturers aren't using a really good tasty protein, they need to use a palatability spray, essentially. It makes the food more palatable for the animals. But corn has a lot of sugar, and our animals, though they have no need for sugar, they really like the taste, especially dogs. So this is why corn-based foods, you're going, wow, my dog loves it. He eats this food and the first ingredient is corn and he loves it. Well, it tastes good, and it's probably sprayed with a lot of chicken fat, and it's got lots of sugar. That's what he likes. He's not getting nourished from it. That's the problem. So we want to make sure that if we're ever out there and we're buying food or we're trying a new food, if you guys aren't coming here, because we're going to make sure that these foods are all healthy, always full of meat protein, animal protein, never going to be a corn-based or a wheat-based protein. Look at that bag every time. You guys have heard me say this. Flip it over. Look at those first 3 ingredients. Make sure that you recognize them. Know what they are, and make sure that we're not feeding a corn or a wheat-based diet. Does that make sense, you guys? I hope so. I'm going to guess, because I've got some comments here, that you can hear me with these new headphones. I wasn't sure when I was coming on here. But, okay, so the dry corn challenge goes until August 31st, which is, holy cow, next week. Can you guys believe this? You want to find that post where we've got the dry corn challenge. You're going to see a picture of a doggy with a cob of corn. Hello, Mr. Mac. And you're going to take a look at your pet food bag, and you're going to look at the first 3 ingredients using emojis, because I want you guys to, when you punch in that emoji, go, holy, you see the picture right in front of your face, right? If you see corn, wheat, corn, we want to find an animal-based protein diet for your carnivores that live in your house and you snuggle with every night, okay? So that's what the dry corn challenge is all about. We're going to pick 5 winners randomly, anybody who does this. And then you're going to share it, because we want 5 winners, and we want to educate as many pet parents as possible that we don't want to feed corn and wheat-based diets. I'm like, I can't say it enough. And how many times have I said corn in this video already? But we don't want to feed them corn. We want to feed them meat. So we've got to reach as many pet parents as we can. You guys need to help us out. As always, I thank you guys for tuning in. I know this was pretty, it's all about not eating corn, but it's important stuff. We got to know this, because there's so many pet food manufacturers out there, marketing wizards for the big pet food industry, that are telling you this is the best pet food for your animal. And unfortunately, when it's corn-based or wheat-based, it is not. It's not a healthy option. I will fight anybody who says it is. So, you guys, I thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, last weekend of August. I look forward to seeing you guys in the store, and we've got some exciting things coming up. So stay tuned, and we will see you shortly. Okay, bye-bye, guys.